Hey there everyone, and thank you so much for clicking on this video. In this episode of Review Flicks, we're going to be checking out Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, and we have some brand new exclusive images and magazine covers that will give us a better look at what we can expect from the upcoming movie. But guys, if you are new around here, consider hitting that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with all the movie and streaming news we have going on this channel. But without further ado, we're going to jump into this article from Fear HQ. Ghostbusters Frozen Empire magazine covers feature the sequel's impressive cast and a welcome return. So, 3 new Empire magazine covers put the spotlight on Ghostbusters Frozen Empire ahead of its release this March. Along with the movie's cast, we get to see some familiar ghouls hit New York City. So when it comes to the Ghostbusters franchise, growing up as a kid, I was never really into the franchise all that much. I never really collected the toys or anything, but I really enjoyed what they did with Ghostbusters Afterlife, the last movie. I thought it was really fun. I loved the new actors that they had in there, and kind of a soft reboot to the franchise. And now with this whole kind of Ice Age, Ice Powers, and the new kind of villain that we saw in the trailer, I think it looks real fun. I'm really looking forward to it. The more I talk about it on the channel, the more excited I get for it. And the movie's just around the corner. We haven't got long to wait. But let's keep reading this article, see what we can learn about what's going on with the movie, and then take a look at some of these exclusive new images. So, 2016's female-led Ghostbusters reboot failed to strike a chord with fans. For the majority, it wasn't that they were women, it was that the lack of laughs and scares. Yeah, I mean, that's the two major selling points of the Ghostbusters franchise, is it not? You know, that people, you go into a Ghostbusters movie, you want to see some laughs, you want to have some fun with it, but also you want it to be kind of a little bit actually genuinely scary and kind of a little bit of that kind of horror vibe at the same time. And it's nice to have a contrast of the humor moments and kind of with the scary parts as well. And that's what people want from the Ghostbusters franchise. So with that in mind, it's easy to understand why there was a fair bit of skepticism surrounding 2021's Ghostbusters Afterlife. So the movie ended up exceeding all expectations and served as a launching platform for the new series of movies, all while respecting the original cast despite shifting the spotlight to a group of young Ghostbusters. You gotta remember, my man Paul Rudd, Ant-Man himself, was in there as well. Paul Rudd can do no wrong. The guy is charismatic as hell. He's great in anything that he's in. He always elevates the material. He's just a great actor. And I think he added a lot to that movie as well. And I think that's part of the reason why I enjoyed that movie so much. So next up, the iconic franchise is March's Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. So today we have some new covers from Empire magazine, which will feature the sequel's ensemble, including a returning Annie Potts as Janine Melnitz. And this time she'll clearly be getting in on the action as well. Slimer also makes an appearance, as does the deadly new Spectre, which will haunt the Big Apple. Yeah, so, having Slimer back in there, Slimer's going to be, the comedic value in the movie, I would assume. Slimer, he's just hilarious, this big green kind of see-through blob ghost Spectre thing. And in previous movies, he's just been hilarious. The guy is just so funny. And like I say, we know we're going to get some funny moments with him. And then we've got this deadly new Spectre character as well. Guys, I did do a video where there's a new Funko Pop that gives us a better look at this new villain in the upcoming Frozen Empire movie. So if you're interested in checking out that video, looking at the Funko Pop and getting a potentially better look at the villain, then check out that video. I'll link it in the description. And also, you can go over there and check that out if you're interested. So, perhaps the most exciting, though, is the return of the previous movie's mini Pufts. Yeah, you got to put the mini Pufts in there. It's kind of like a iconic kind of image of what the Ghostbusters franchise is, like the mini Pufts. So, they stole the show last time and look to be making themselves at home in New York with a cup of joe. In Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, the Spengler family returns to where it all started, the iconic New York City firehouse, to a team up with the original Ghostbusters. Having the original Ghostbusters in there, man, is going to be a major selling point for this movie. For all the OG kind of audience members who saw the original Ghostbusters back in the 80s and now are kind of like bringing their kids or, bringing the next generation of their family to the new Ghostbusters, having that crossover of the old Ghostbusters with the new, it's definitely going to excite fans from all different kind of age ranges, which is great. Who've developed a top secret research lab to take busting ghosts to the next level. The fact that it goes back to New York as well is great, kind of go back to the OG place, the OG Ghostbusters. And as I say, it's going to bring a lot of fans on board. And, I can't wait to see the old and the new kind of mixed together. So, however, when the discovery of the ancient artifact unleashes an evil force, Ghostbusters new and old must join forces to protect their home and save the world from a second Ice Age. I really like what they've done with this whole kind of Ice Age, Ice Powers aspect of this movie. I think it's great. I think it's kind of something new and fresh that we haven't seen before. and I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with that. So the cast list is here, guys. I'm not going to read through all these names because I'll butcher all the names. So if you need to, have a pause of the video, have a read of the cast if you want to. So, Ghostbusters Frozen Empire arrives in theatres March 22nd, 2024. So it's literally only a few months away. Make sure you mark it on your calendar if you're excited to go and watch this movie. Take your friends, take your family, have a good time at the theatres, watching a cheesy, kind of campy, almost kind of like horror comedy movie. It should be a good time. So, from Empire Magazine, who are you going to call? Ghostbusters Frozen Empire hits the world exclusive new issue of Empire, gathering the cast, old and new, for an epic shoot with Ecto-1 and 2 glow-in-the-dark covers to collect. It comes on sale Thursday, the 18th of January. So, for those of you who are interested, you can pick up these copies from the 18th of January. But they look pretty cool. I might get a copy myself. But let's take a look at these images, and let's do a bit of a deeper dive into these images and see what we can see. So let's take a look at this first Empire Magazine cover. So we have the newer generation of the Ghostbusters here. Obviously, we've got Paul Rudd here, the leading man, Ant-Man himself. And incredible Ghostbuster access, freaky ghouls returning, legends, world-first interviews, 2 glow-in-the-dark covers to collect, Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, new and old heroes teaming up to stop Icy Armageddon, your guide to the biggest assignment yet. Yeah, I think this is a great image. I really love this. We've got this ice dragon or ice ghoul, whichever you call it. I don't know if it's like the pet of the main villain of the movie, like a pet or like some sort of ally that he teams up with. I'm not really sure. But yeah, it's a great look here. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here so we can see it better. But it looks to be kind of almost transparent. You can kind of see through it. But kind of icy aesthetic at the same time. It looks awesome. These huge mega teeth, like big kind of tongue in the middle. But yeah, I really like this design. I think it looks awesome. We're definitely going to get some great scenes with this kind of ice dragon. In the background, we've got Ecto-1, and then we've got the Pufts kind of hanging off the top, hanging off the side of the window, the door here. We've got this drone flying up here. You know these Pufts are going to create all kinds of funny problems and situations. I can't wait to see them in there. We've got the tail here from the dragon as well, which I literally only just noticed that. Yeah, it's completely see-through. You can see its spine and like its bones, like throughout its tail, which is pretty cool, being able to see through it. But then, can it camouflage itself at the same time because it's see-through? We'll have to wait and see. But it's still a pretty cool design. Yeah, like I said, we've got this drone up here. They are glow-in-the-dark covers, which is cool. We've got icicles and obviously a load of snow. And then we've just got the gang kind of huddled together, and it looks like they're shooting off the proton pack towards the ice dragon up here. So yeah, that first cover, really awesome, really cool. Let's go to the next one. So on this next one, we've got a Slimer here in the back. Slimer just poking his head up in the background here. Looks like we've got some more Pufts. Is that a puff? It looks like it. Looks like a puff there in the background. We've got the OG Ghostbusters with Annie Potts. Glow-in-the-dark cover again. And yeah, it's pretty cool, firing off the proton pack again. And we've got the big tail from the ice dragon, or whatever you want to call it. Ice lizard, ice serpent, whichever name you want to call it. Obviously, see-through again. You can see all of its spines, you know, like bones for its skin, which is really cool. And I really like Slimer here in the background. I can't wait to see what they're going to do with Slimer. There's going to be so much funny stuff in here. But yeah, it looks like they've got a pack on the floor as well, which is glowing. So it looks like they've just caught a ghost. And as I say, we've got the ice dragon kind of, you know, front and center as well. We can see through it here again. Ecto-1 in the back. But yeah, it's pretty cool, guys. I love it. So we kind of have one cover that has the new, you know, the new generation of Ghostbusters. And then we've got the OG kind of generation as well. 2 different covers, glow in the dark. They both look awesome. And if you're interested, pick one up, guys. So with that image down, we have 2 more to go. We have one featuring the mini Puffs, and we have one featuring the OG Ghostbusters. So let's hop over to the mini Puffs and check out that one. So yeah, taking a closer look at this image, this is a pretty cute image. Obviously it says Empire. I love the fact that it's called Empire Magazine, and then the movie's called Empire, and then it's got like Frozen, so it's like Frozen Empire. That's that's quite on the nose. That's quite quirky. I like that. So Frozen Empire, we've got mini Puffs. One of them's melting into the coffee by the look of it, and one of them's stuck underneath it. One of them's sitting on top of it. Exclusive subscriber cover by Justin Metz. So if you're a subscriber to Empire Magazine, then you can get this exclusive cover. It's pretty cool. I think this would be quite cool as a little poster or something like that. I think it's really fun. It's really unique. I really like it. there's not really much else to say, just some mini Pufts playing around with a cup of coffee. One's melted, one's sitting on it, and one's kind of crushed underneath it. It's quite funny, actually. But yeah, so let's keep going with the article and see if there's anything else for us to look at. I believe there's a couple of more exclusive images we can look at. So, landing over here on this last exclusive image. Guys, I know I said there was 2 more. I do apologize. There's just the 1 more. But yeah, it kind of invokes memories of, you know, the 1980s Ghostbusters. Seeing these 2 guys come back, it's great to have these actors back in this movie. It's going to make a lot of fans of the OG Ghostbusters movies really, really happy to see these guys back. And, you know, the classic costumes. Let's just hope the characters can be done justice. You know, they get adequate screen time, they get given enough to do, and that they have a good script. And I'm sure that's probably why, you know, they decided to come back, because of the script. And, yeah, it's great to see them in there. There's not really much else to say. They just look great, you know, back in the role. And as I say, it's going to make a lot of fans out there happy. But guys, jump into the comment section. Let me know what you think about these exclusive images. Do they get you more excited, more hyped for the movie? And let me know what you think about it overall. I can't wait to hear your thoughts, comments, and opinions. Thank you so much for joining me as we talk about Ghostbusters. And I will see you soon.